fuck, I forgot a fork. Don't worry. Am I already sweating? LOL, I put this dress on 18 seconds ago. Well, that's what you get when you're doing a video where you spill the tea on your old job. I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, you know what might be cute is what if I do a video where I eat the food from all the places I used to work and tell you about those places. And I thought this because in my 10 things I wish I knew, or however many things it was that I wish I knew before I started working in restaurants, a lot of people were really, really sweet and supportive and like, oh, we want to hear more stories about what it's like to work here and there and whatever. So I thought it'd be fun to do it while I'm eating the actual food that the place had. Maybe we'll go backwards. I don't need a plan. You didn't ask for one, so I don't need to make one. This is the most recent place I worked pre-pandemic before I got to start doing YouTube full time. So I'm gonna like go through some experiences and tell you some stories and answer some questions while eating a bunch of Milkbar food. I'm so excited. So I got just like a couple choice favorites, also a couple things that people always ordered that like I don't like. I don't know if you saw, I have a little oat milk latte. They made cereal milk lattes. If you guys actually, hold on, before we do anything. If you guys don't know, Milkbar is a bakery that started in New York City and has since expanded to a bunch of locations in New York, in Boston, in Toronto, in DC, in Los Angeles. It was a bakery started by Christina. It like blew up, mama. I applied, let's start eating. I think I'm gonna start with the classic, which is one of my favorites, which is the birthday cake. And then at this point, it's springtime, so they always have a seasonal rotating flavor. And the rotating flavor is strawberry shortcake, which I actually never got to try. Oh my God, look at that fucking birthday cake. So I applied to the Milkbar in Los Angeles in like February of some year. I don't remember. And I never heard back, which was fine. I figured they were getting 1 million applications. And then in like May or like April or something, I heard back with an interview and I was like, fucking sick, dude. At this point, I didn't have my YouTube channel or anything, but I did have my Instagram where I would like sell cookies and cakes and stuff like that. So the person who interviewed me was like, oh my God, you're like a mini Christina. And I was just like, stop. One of the things that popularized Milkbar so much was Christina's Chef's Table episode, which was on Netflix. So we had people coming in all the time being like, I saw this on Chef's Table. We want to try this, blah, 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 blah. Oh, everybody wanted to try this. This was the Milkbar pie, formerly known as crack pie. Somebody wrote an article about how it was like making fun of the drug epidemic, so they changed it to Milkbar pie. So it's basically like a custard chess pie that is like cloyingly sweet. It's very, very creative. And I think it's sick that she like created it. It's one of these things that I just like, well, it's better now that I haven't had it for like 2 years, but that was enough. That bite, I'm good for another 2 years. The crust is actually good. I feel like this is so scatterbrained. I hope you guys are kind of just along for the ride. Oh, I was telling you about my interview and he was like, oh, you're like a little mini Toasty. And I was like, stop, shut up, I love you. And then absolutely not a humble brag, not being humble at all. I got hired on the spot and was so stoked about it. So Milkbar, like most places in food service that you work at, you try everything that they have so you can better describe it. You know, how restaurants work. Not like the other one I worked at, but we'll get to that in a different video. And so I'm really excited to try this strawberry shortcake, honestly. And oh my God. Applies again, starts working there just to eat this cake. So I get hired, try everything, pick a few of my favorites, of which one of the best things I've ever eaten is Christina Tosi's corn cookie. It is absolutely unmatched in creativity and taste and just like it's perfect cookie. It's perfect cookie. That was always my favorite. That was always my go-to. You could, this is like, I don't know if any of them will watch this and I don't know if any of them care, but just a quick sidebar before I'm rolling away. Just a quick sidebar before we keep going. I wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to the Melrose Milkbar. Max is one of the like managers there. He was when I was there too. He was a great manager. Max helped me out today. I made a lot of really great friends at that job, like Asher and Jessica and Jojo. I had a lot of friends that I really liked. My friends, the Cohen twins, I met them there. When I first started, I was a front of house worker, so I was the person like taking your order, getting your cake, doing whatever. I really thought that I was gonna want to be in the back of the house where people were like actually baking the cakes and doing all that stuff. Turns out that wasn't really my vibe. Since our store was a flagship store, we also had a classroom. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. That seems like very up my alley. But I didn't know, but I was like too new and that wasn't the position I applied for. So it was kind of something that was always like in the back of my head that I wanted to do. There were a lot of like, especially because we were in LA, there were like a lot of fun little sightings that you would have because we were sort of like a trendy spot. Like oh my God. One time, this woman, I think her name was Julie if I remember correctly. So one time this woman, Julie, comes in and she goes, hi, I want to place a big order for a wrap party. I said, oh, okay, great. What's the wrap party for? And she's like, oh, I don't know. You might have seen it. It's a show on Netflix called Magic for Humans. And I was like, hosted by Justin Millman. And she's like, yeah, oh my God, yeah. And I was like, I love that show. So I was like freaking out. And those are just like some of the little things that would happen. Like it was cool. Like most businesses, they could have stood to like be run a little bit better. I think that like there was a lot of like drama between coworkers, of which I tried very hard to stay out of because like that's just not my vibe. Don't get me wrong, I want to hear about all of it. I don't want to be involved in any of it. Here's a little tip. If you're at a job and you want to be doing a different thing at that place, just like I did when I was waitressing, if you're a hostess and you want to be a waitress, just start fucking doing waitress shit. It's going to be annoying to a lot of people, but it's also going to show whoever is making that decision, like that you're actually taking initiative. And so that's sort of what I did with the instructor position. So there was a manager of the classroom, there was another instructor, and then there were 2 teacher assistants. So either the manager or the instructor would always teach the classes and the 2 teachers' assistants would be there to like help set everything up, help clean everything up, etc., etc. That manager did not stick around for too long. They were fine. They were always fine to me. I never had a real like issue with them, but like a lot of people did not like the way that they ran stuff. And so with the instructor position, you are in the classroom with people who are paying a lot of money to take these classes. Now, the thing that I think is interesting, I will be the first one to say, I don't have too many hot takes on them. Nothing too crazy, like it's a customer service job, you get what you get. But their prices are a little egregious. Like, I can't find my receipt, so I'll just go off memory. A slice of cake, I think at the time I left was $8 for like, I mean, not nothing. Actually, I think it was $9. A slice of cake was $9. These were $7. A full cake, a 6-inch, like the classic Milkbar cake, was $50. So it was like, it was not cheap. Like one of those things, like I sort of get it, but. So the reason I bring that up is because in a class that I would teach, you get to go home with a full cake that you made. You learn all the tips and tricks about it. Usually like 9 or 10 truffles because you make them yourself. And a class was about $115 if I remember correctly. So you're getting like a $50, $60 cake, $20 worth of truffles, and like you get to do stuff, you get to hang out, you get to like learn all the fun stuff about it. I always thought that the classes were actually the best deal at Milkbar. Some of the information I learned in those classes I still use today. I think I showed you guys in my baking vlog. I still use the way Milkbar taught me how to like bake a cake in a sheet tray and then cut it out as opposed to like using cake rounds. So the information is pretty friggin' useful, especially if you're somebody who like bakes professionally. In terms of like teaching those classes, I don't think I've ever like enjoyed a job more besides this. Obviously, calm down, of course. I mean, you guys know me. I love to be the center of attention. I love to have people looking at me. I've always thought about wanting to be a teacher. I don't think I could in like school terms. So getting to do this and like teach about something I was really passionate about was really cool. Okay, so now I want to dive into some of the questions that you guys sent about my experience at Milkbar. Also, here's something I'm gonna cry. Look at that. Milkbar gave me a very special gift. I don't want to dive into like everything about it, but I met my boyfriend at Milkbar. And so no matter how like frustrated I got with a manager or how like I think things are overpriced, like nothing's ever gonna take that moment away from me. So I will always love Milkbar for that. I also met one of my closest friends. I will be doing a video with her in June actually, but Megan Boykoff was somebody who my friend Jess, the person who became the manager after the first classroom manager left, Jess, who I love so much. Hi, Jess. If you're watching, she had invited my now friend, Megan, to come to class with her friend, Jared. They came and we just like got along super well and hung out, and now she's like one of my closest friends. So I am, you know, forever indebted to Milkbar for that as well. Just a quick shout out to Milkbar for bringing some really special people into my life. So now let's talk shit about them. Okay, we're gonna do some cues. Okay, one of my good friends, Jackie, said, please teach us how to make the Milkbar birthday cake. I'm obsessed. I fucking love this cake too, dude. I love making it. I love eating it. I love teaching people how to make it. I would love to do a video kind of like teaching you guys how to do the technique and stuff. If that's allowed, I don't know if I'm like not allowed to do that or not. I don't know, maybe Milkbar will help me out. That's a great question. Mackenzie Page Burt asks, is a birthday cake as good as people say? Yes, the birthday cake is super good. I will tell you right now, it is pretty sweet. So if you're somebody who really likes like dark chocolate, fruit kind of sweetness, like nothing too sugary, I don't think you would be its #1 fan. Highly suggest trying it if you can. CLW1821 asks, what's your favorite thing that you learned working there? Definitely how the cakes are made and just the way that they do things. I really, really, really like Christina's mentality of like, nothing goes to waste. A lot of people are asking what my favorite thing about working there was. I really love people and I really love food, and getting to teach people about food while like still having attention on me was like kind of perfect. So I really just love the experience of being a classroom instructor, and I truly do miss that a lot. Oh, this is a great question actually. Here's a little bit of tea. Rachel asks, how come the cookies from the actual locations in the city slap but the prepackaged ones are not as good? The reason is because like anything that's packaged and sold for like consumption, a lot of extra stuff has to go into that. Like a cookie in this packaging is gonna last way longer than a fresh baked cookie. So the ones in the city, they're actually like baking off cookie dough, whereas this has to be packaged and be able to be kept for much, much longer. It's just like anything that's packaged, like it's just simply not gonna be as good. Sorry. Oh, this is a great question, and actually something I want to talk about more. Oh, I forgot I had the soft serve. Yep, that's a Sam asks, what was your favorite thing, favorite and least favorite? Oh no! Yikes. Okay, well that's spilled everywhere, so this has now become my least favorite. That's a lie, it's delicious. Milkbar was like pretty chill with having stuff, like if you wanted a cookie while you were working, like wasn't impossible. Some places are really weird about that, like if you're allowed to like eat there on the job, whatever. But Milkbar was usually pretty cool. Cereal milk soft serve was probably my favorite thing to sneak, because we would give it out as samples, so we had little sample cups so you could sort of just like have a shot of soft serve whenever. That's gonna kill me. Oh. Here we go again. My biggest pet peeve in the world is having sticky hands, and I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Oh my God. Oh my God. So my favorite thing to snack on was probably the cereal milk soft serve. My least favorite thing, oh, here is a hot take. I think that the compost cookie is gross. Sorry. I think it's just a lot. It's a lot for me. But I also love this stuff, the crunch that goes on top of the cereal milk soft serve. I'm really grateful for having that job when I did. And I'm grateful for that job in general, except for the time. So I met Michael there. I met Michael on a day where I was not supposed to be in, and this girl asked if I could cover her shift, and I was able to. And so I came in, and that's when I met Michael. I don't remember if it was like an anniversary present or just kind of like a for nothing present. I really wanted to get him a Milkbar shirt because I was like, that's cute. So I was like, oh my God, I have to get him a Milkbar shirt, which shouldn't be that difficult. At first I was like, oh, no problem. Like, I'll just get the shirt. I'm probably owed a new one anyway. And it was the biggest fucking hassle in the world. At a certain point, it was like, look, I'll just buy the shirt. Like I'm a customer. Like I don't care. I don't need a discount. I don't need it for free. I'll just buy the shirt. May I please get a shirt. I think I had to talk to like 5 different people, and I did not understand why this was such a big deal. I wanted a shirt. I was gonna buy it. Like if I was coming from off the street, like I don't know. Apparently it was such a big deal. I got a talking to from my manager. It was the biggest issue in the world. I eventually got the shirt and was like very grateful and like sung my praises 1,000 times because it was like, and like he likes it, so great. But God, that was one of those things where I was like, is this supposed to be this difficult? So yeah, so that was one of the only like super weird things. I was like, all right, geez. Is ordering a cake or other products online worth it? The quality does not change. Like the quality that you would get from buying a birthday cake in store versus getting one sent or delivered somewhere, both great quality still. The issue comes from shipping. I gotta give them credit for this. They put a lot of effort into their shipping, not just presentation, but like the actual way it gets shipped. Like it's always like overnight because they want the product to stay as fresh as possible. It's always really well refrigerated. I would say it's only if I remember correctly, I think shipping is like maybe $30 or $50 or something. Like it's almost as much as the cake itself usually. Like if you're sending your mom and dad for their anniversary, like a cake and truffles and a Milkbar pie and, you know, some cookies, for sure. It's going to be good. I can almost guarantee it. But if you're just getting like one cake shipped or something, you are going to feel like it's way too expensive because it is a lot of money. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying it's worth it if you're sending a lot of stuff. Oh, this is, I don't think I mentioned this. I actually did get to meet Christina, the owner and founder and everything, a couple times, and she was an absolute dream. Super, super sweet, really, really nice. I doubt that Christina's watching this, but if she is, hi. I miss teaching those classes, so thanks for giving me the chance to. That's my experience with Milkbar and trying all of these fun things again. These cakes definitely, like the flavors definitely bring back some memories. Not a ton of like tea or too many hot takes or anything, but I just thought it might be fun to get to share it with you guys, something that was really special to me in a job that I really, really loved. So thank you again, Milkbar. I really loved working there. I'm really glad I went in that day. I wasn't supposed to. And I had a great time doing it. If you liked this kind of video, let me know in the comments below. And I will try food from all the places that I've worked. Maybe even the place that didn't let me try food in the first place. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in on Fridays and Sundays. I upload 2 times a week every week. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.